What's up, everybody? Doc Dog 185. There's levels to this. Hey, quick video for you guys tonight. Now that the dust has kind of settled, I guess, if we want to call it that, Helldivers 2 on the Xbox platform to me doesn't make sense. But the beautiful thing is that it doesn't have to make sense. It's perfectly fine if it doesn't make sense. I have watched now. It's almost like a very cordial civil war within the PlayStation community, as some people try to damage control this. Some people try to act as if it's not a big deal, and then others are obviously going to the extreme. Shout out to M, who literally are saying that they're done with PlayStation based off of this. Now, there's so much to unpack in a non hyperbolic fanboy type of way. We can have this conversation and maybe we speak on it step by step and see what happens. Okay. So obviously it would be, there's a saying out there. It says a smart person learns from their own mistake. A wise person learns from someone else's mistakes, from other people's mistakes. I think it would be a huge mistake if you're a PlayStation fan and you think that this is a one-time thing, a one-game thing. I think that to me doesn't make any logical sense for you to believe that. So much so because Helldivers on Xbox again doesn't really make sense. And this is what I mean. We know that PlayStation already has the higher install base. We know that a lot of Xbox owners, okay, also have a PlayStation, okay? I've been on record saying this. The people that actually buy a PlayStation for its exclusives are Xbox fans. I'll say it again. I'll slow it down for you. The gamers that actually buy a PlayStation and they tell you, I bought it for its exclusives, I bought a PlayStation for its exclusives, are actually Xbox fans, because typically they play everything else on Xbox and then they bought the PlayStation for the exclusives. Okay. I know this because that's the reason I have a PlayStation. I have a PlayStation for its exclusives, but it doesn't really have anything I want to play. And then once I saw everything was going to PC anyways, and I went PC, there was no real need. And that's why this to me is confusing, because if you're an Xbox fan, okay, and you want to play the games that don't come to Xbox, then you probably already have a PC or you have a PlayStation. Now, this game here, Helldivers 2, any game that you release on the Xbox platform, and again, this is not a knock against Xbox, this is just a reality. When I was gaming heavily on the Xbox Series X and X, this was true as well. Any game that you release on the Xbox platform is competing with everything that's on Xbox Game Pass as well. So in order for a gamer to look at a game and be like, yeah, I really want to buy that, versus things that are coming out on Game Pass, good luck. I'm not saying that Xbox gamers don't buy games at all, but any game that does come out, you're competing against the games that are on Game Pass that we could basically play, quote unquote, for free, right? We know it's just a subscription service, it's not actually free, but you compete against that. So Helldivers going over there is going to have to compete against whatever someone might be playing on Game Pass, right? And guess what multiplayer live service game is on Game Pass? Call of Duty, Black Ops 6. Plenty of Xbox gamers don't have to pay for that. Now, maybe because they don't have to pay for that specific game, maybe they will buy this specific game. Maybe. I don't know. The install base is not as big as Sony. I guarantee that most people that are on Xbox that wanted to play Helldivers probably play Helldivers already. I don't know. To me, it doesn't make sense. I've seen people saying that it's like a this one to me is wild. I even tried to watch King Thrash's video, but I got confused. I'm not saying that he's wrong. I'm just saying I got confused. So it's almost like it's a Trojan horse effect, right? The same thing that the Xbox gamers were saying about Xbox putting games on PlayStation that the PlayStation gamers laughed at them for. Now this game Helldivers is a Trojan horse that Xbox gamers are going to play Helldivers. They're going to love it so much that that's going to make them go out and buy a PlayStation next generation. Helldivers is the game that you think is going to make. You think Helldivers is the reason why an Xbox gamer will buy a PlayStation next generation? Again, doesn't make sense. Doesn't make so the same thing when people were talking about Trojan horse with Microsoft putting their games on PlayStation. The concept was slightly different. No one believed that Xbox putting their games on PlayStation was going to make PlayStation want to buy Xboxes. It's just that now, if you're a PlayStation gamer, you're only playing Xbox games, or the majority of games you're playing on Xbox games. So then, by default, you are an Xbox gamer now, right? Because you're playing Xbox games. But this is just Helldivers, and the way some of the PlayStation fans are selling it is like, no, they're gonna put this game over there. Not many Xbox PlayStation fans are doing this, by the way. I only saw a few. They're gonna put this over there. They're gonna play it. They're gonna like it that much, and then they're gonna buy a PlayStation because of Helldivers. It doesn't make any sense. Now, this is what I do know. I know that since this is going to be dropping in August, this plan must have been greenlit at least a few months ago. And that means that this team must have been ready to port to Xbox Series X and S, right? And that means that Sony is okay meeting the quality standards to meet the parity between the Xbox Series X and S. And they're down to play ball with Microsoft. I don't understand it. And here's the thing. It's okay to say I don't know. It's okay to say I don't know. People are afraid to say I don't know. I have no idea why Sony is doing this. But I know it doesn't matter whether I know or not. They're doing it. They're doing it. And for those people that are trying to downplay as if this is not a big deal, no, this is a huge deal. MLB The Show, some people believe the BS that MLB made them do it. Okay, good to go. MLB made them do it. This right here, I don't think anybody's making Sony do it. I don't. Maybe Arrowhead has something to carry over Sony. I doubt it. I doubt it. But now it's going over. And the other reason it doesn't make sense to me is like, why now, Arrowhead? When Helldivers 2 was hot, it should have gone over. When Helldivers 2 was hot, it should have gone over. It would have been phenomenal. Remember, I had the idea when I was actually playing Helldivers. I only have 21 hours in Helldivers. Yeah, and then I dropped it. But that's still a decent amount of time. 21 hours to me is a decent amount of time in the game. That's like a long single player game, whatever, right? I know some of you are gonna have way more. But anyways, listen. My idea was, imagine if whatever platform you played was like the branch of the military Helldivers that you were in, right? So if you were playing on PlayStation, then this was the PlayStation branch. If you were playing on Xbox, this was the Xbox branch. And if you were playing on PC, this is the PC branch. And you could see who was taking over what. And maybe some branches played together or whatever, right? But ultimately, like, you would see who was taking over the map and who was actually conquering stuff, right? Because you take pride in stuff like that, right? I thought that would be a phenomenal idea. I think now it's just everybody, playing together. But imagine that, like, oh, Team Green took over this planet. Yeah, or Team Blue took over that planet. But everyone's still playing the game together. I thought that would have been phenomenal. But, yeah, I don't design games or anything like that. But still. But that would have been dope when the game dropped. Now, I don't know. I have no idea why Sony is doing this. Doesn't really matter. I think it's better, period. You guys know I'm anti-exclusives. I don't. No one can convince me that a game being exclusive this generation the way both of these machines work, that are more computer based than anything else, is more beneficial than dropping the games on everything. And then when you look at how there's plenty of multi-plat games that are better than exclusive games, I don't know how you could convince me otherwise. So I don't see the point in exclusivity. I really don't. I don't see how it benefits the gamer. I see how it benefits the platform. But now this is very interesting. What's the next game that's coming over to Xbox? Oh, and the last point I want to make is this, because I don't want to make this video too long. Maybe, just maybe, Sony is looking at what Xbox is doing next generation, right? I might have said this already in a different video, but I'm gonna say it again. Maybe they're looking at what Xbox is doing next generation, which they're making hybrid PCs, and they're like, our games are gonna be over there anyways because we're not gonna block them from Steam. And they've already shown that they're going to be, playing nice with Steam. Forget it. Let's just put our games over there. Maybe that's what Sony's doing. Why are they doing it with this generation, with the Xbox Series X and S? I have no idea. But who knows? I don't know, man. Let me know what the theory is, what you guys think. And then August 26th. That's next month this is happening. The same day that Gears of War Reloaded is going to the PlayStation 5. And I put up this tweet. I said, let me get this straight. Xbox is going to be giving the PlayStation fan base an old game disguised as new with the title Reloaded. And PlayStation is going to be giving Xbox fans their most successful game of this generation, right? That's actually a game from this generation. It's not a PS4 game, and is actually a game that meets what they said they wanted to strive for this generation, which is live service. So arguably Sony's most important game this generation. You could argue HellDivers2 is Sony's most important game this generation because it's a game that actually did what they wanted to do this generation and penetrated the live service strategy and did well. They're giving that game to the Xbox fan base in a time where the Xbox is giving so... Again, I don't know. I don't care. It doesn't matter. If you believe it's a Trojan horse to get Xbox gamers to buy PlayStations, I'm telling you right now, most Xbox gamers already have PlayStations, so I don't know what the hell you're talking about. And anybody that wanted to play Helldivers probably already played it, right? But we'll see. For some weird reason, I think this game's going to sell well. I could be wrong, but actually, I don't know. Again. Let me take that back. It's going to compete against Gears of War Reloaded. And Gears of War Reloaded is on Game Pass. It's going to compete against Call of Duty, Black Ops 6, Black Ops, Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3 is on there as well. It's going to compete against those live service games. And those games are on Game Pass. Put it on Game Pass, Sony. If you wanted users, put it on Game Pass. That to me makes sense. And then, you put Helldivers 2 on Game Pass, you're going to get users. People are going to play it. Hands down. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. I know I've been ranting. I just really don't understand this move at all. Some moves are logical, make sense. If someone's saying it's just because they're going to make more money off of it, well, how much more money are they going to make? I don't know. Dog 185. There's levels to this. Let me know what you guys think. We out. Peace.